What's good YouTube, and welcome to the house. By far for Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Friday, we've had ones that are complete bangers. There's awesome deals everywhere here, there, wow, I'm gonna be shopping. And then for other ones, there's been complete busts, not a lot that are interesting going on. Everybody seemed to be sleeping. For this year, there are so many deals to be had, and it's pretty awesome on upcoming product, a couple of old things here and there. Let's go ahead and get into it, starting with TCG Player, 10% bonus bucks back site-wide. That is singles, that is sealed, that is everything, supplies. So, whenever you're shopping and you check out, later you're going to get store credit equal to 10% back. And of course, you can slam that TCG Player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. I really appreciate when it's used, and I get this feedback sometimes, oh, sellers are gonna up their prices, there aren't deals to be had. You gotta be early. When bonus bucks back go up, a lot of people have been waiting for high-end cards for their decks. They've been waiting for specific vintage cards and for this sale to happen so that it's the best estimated value for them to go in. It's not necessarily vendors pulling their cards, because this comes out TCG Player's pocket. It's TCG Player's money. The vendors are just there for the ride, and they're happy to be along for it. I've seen on my own back end, because I have the TCG Player link, up to 5x to 10x in sales on days like this. Now, for example, Maximum Gold, Blue Eyes is up. Oh, did the vendors put Blue Eyes up? No, look, Imperm is actually down in price, the cheapest that it's been. This is freaking awesome. If you've been waiting for a set of Imperms, now you get 10% back on each. That's $6 in credit later on a playset that you were waiting for at its cheapest freaking price. Golden Lord down to $8. A lot of Gold Series not moving, as sellers are very motivated today to get rid of their copies. Now, what I would suggest looking around that, and that already is going up, is stuff that's been out for a bit, that is lower in quantities. Trip Tactics Talent we saw went up earlier in the week. Nadir Servant busting through the roof today to $80. I think this is the first time it's neared that threshold comparatively, and is even in danger of passing Forbidden Droplets. A lot of people waiting for Droplets for today as well, and you can see a lot of people waited to list for today. And then you have Ice Dragon's Prison. It's had revolving buyouts. Stuff like this is what I'd start to consider, but also keep in mind it's past trends on market. Was it recently bought out? Is this juiced prices? Access code Talker going to one of its higher price points that we've seen in recent history, 73. Then there's also stuff like Starlight Rares, Collector's Market. Do keep in mind that TCG Player prices by the end of today could look really crazy, but you should also have motivated sellers looking at this deal today, listing throughout the day, and deals will still appear. So it's worth watching and looking around, and it's not just like everything's going to evaporate. The only buyout today from Market Watch that I'm covering, also besides the Rise of the Duelist ones we just got to, is Lion of the Light Charmer. Here, I thought I put this at the end of the video. By the way, Market Watch news, but yeah, another Charmer buyout that's completely ridiculous. If you're picking bulk, you're looking for commons. I don't think this is actually a short print, if I recall. Whenever you're on TCG Player, it calls every common a /short print. But yeah, Lina is bought out to the point of $6 to $8. Didn't think I'd see the day. Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily, they said they would kick their deal live when my video went live. I've informed them that I'm filming now. I will inform them that I'm going live here in a bit. They have a Blazing Vortex sealed cases, I believe, to the first 50 people at a price that they're actually taking a loss on when shipping. They just want you to come through the door. They want you to see YGODaily.com. Code What's Good 5 isn't going to stack here on this, but it can work on other singles throughout the site if you're shopping today. Genesis Impact at 630 is insanely competitive, to where it's pretty much a break-even rate for them as well. They're actually taking a loss shipping out the Blazing Vortex. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market, not to be outdone, has some amazing sales. To break down goes from the past displays, each display is going to have 5 boxes, and then a case is going to have 10 displays, meaning 50 total of those $15 MSRP boxes. They have 15% off everything, so that price you're seeing, once you add it to your cart and you look, you'll be able to see how much you're actually saving on Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market. Code What's Good 5 is not going to stack here. Black Friday is automatically applied applied to your cart when you're shopping Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market. Check this out. 467 on Ghost from the Past cases already. That is a freaking good deal. They're also highly competitive on other stuff. Oh, Rage of Ra, if you're still after that Ghost Raw, or you just think it's a good investment long-term because it will eventually be ripped open once a Ghost Rare Obelisk or Slifer is there, this is by far a bottom-out price. They're just trying to get it out the door. Blazing Vortex is at 709, so after Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily does sell out of theirs, or if they do, this is a great place to grab it. And Genesis Impact, very competitive as well at 637. And my bad, they're at $603 for Blazing Vortex. My bad, the final price. I have to keep remembering to check that. So $603, insanely competitive, and then $637 here on Genesis Impact. Every single thing on their entire site will have that apply later. I think they do have other things lined up, products, speed duels, watch out. Konami was really pushing that one I saw. And I think it should apply to perhaps pre-orders as well. Let's actually check that out. I meant to do that. So let's see. Yep, it does apply to pre-orders as well. If you want future structure decks, they do free shipping when you order a certain amount of product / singles. So you might want to add some structure decks to your order and stuff like that. Tier 0 is 15% off site-wide, and code WhatsGood5 does stack over here, and I've highlighted some unique things. They're going to be restocking singles throughout the day for Phantom Rage and other stuff, so do pay attention to their Twitter and other places that they might be shouting out, hey, we've restocked, rather than just losing out on deals. But some things they have that I noticed, they have over here the Fnatic Metal God cards that people have been asking me about, the gold ones as well as the silver ones at the ridiculous cheapest prices. Each set, I believe, is limited to 5,000, and I've got to take a drink of water here. Give me a second. Each set, I believe, is limited to 5,000, if I'm not mistaken. So they're not going to be the most common. They've sold out at Fnatic themselves, and you're stuck with second-hand retailers, but this is a better deal than you would have got at Fnatic, and a really cool set to have. They also have the Dark Magician Girl double deck boxes that I'm just shocked they haven't sold out of, but they've restocked completely, it looks like. So they have 10 of those from the Asia Championships, actually, I believe. And then finally, they have really cool playmats to look through, like Comic-Con stuff. They have sleeves, they have sidewinders for deck boxes. Look through their supplies. They ship internationally free, and this is by far the best deal you'll have on their site, and it's amazing, especially for the collectibles you might not have been thinking to look for today. I know that's Black Friday, right? I didn't want to spend my money on that. I want to put my wallet. That's kind of what happens, and I've personally spent more on these myself. Next up, we have Troll and Toad. They have very unique sales that are insanely competitive. I believe code WhatsGood5 might stack. Try it at checkout. I haven't actually hit up the homeboys from Kentucky, but we see Phantom Rage Booster Box at 52. We've got Maximum Gold, I believe, displays at 95. They are really actually having some bangers on vintage cards too. So look through. They've got 4 pages. Some of them are played. Do be aware of condition, but they've definitely bottomed out the prices for certain collector cards, both near mint and played. Looks like 4 pages of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sales and highly competitive sealed prices. I do believe they still charge shipping on checkout, but for international sales, this is one of the best places to shop alongside Tier 0, and I would definitely be looking through here. People who are like, oh, I don't get any sales down here in South America. Hey, Troll and Toad's got your back. Core TCG is a little bit disappointing to me this year. Usually, I really like to come here and pick off some supplies, some sleeves, some other stuff. And on this, unless I'm missing something, this is it for Black Friday. And it's just not really what it usually is. Let's click Black Friday and see. Just the initial look was definitely letting me down. We've got Toon Chaos Booster Box at 65. They'll charge shipping on the way out, though, and that doesn't say first edition. Besides that, they're getting beat in a lot of places, and I believe they charge shipping on checkout usually, unless I'm missing something. Only 2 pages. They do have the Dino Masher Fury Structure Deck still at $8. I don't know if that's disappeared off market, but that was the main thing I noted when I was looking at this. Black Friday deals at ARG are empty. I don't know if they plan to participate. The holiday sale is still up. I look through, there's definitely some interesting stuff. One of my subscribers actually hit me up during the live stream and said, hey, I bought these over here. I saw some Storm of Ragnarok boxes, I believe sealed first edition around 200. So Alter Reality definitely still has some very, very cool vintage sealed stuff. It's called vintage at this point. It's been like 10 years, right? Vintage Randy Orton. That used to get me angry whenever that would get said over and over and over, but then I started to like it a lot. When it comes to this, though, they do have some really cool sealed stuff. And then GameStop and Barnes & Noble were kind of disappointing. They do have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Shirt over at GameStop. I didn't see pretty much any cards for sale at Barnes, unless I'm missing something. Maybe there's something in person. They do have Hero Strike Structure Decks at $7, and you can eventually get your card. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Nendoroid, this is actually a pretty good price, too, if you're into collectibles. Worth taking a look in certain places, but the Doorbuster prices are gone on their Funko Pops, and yeah, it's just not really what it was in past years for those. But thanks to the sponsors talking through deals, some of them working with me to see what we could do for the audience and get the very bottom prices for you guys. It's been awesome talking to Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily, Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market Tier 0, and really trying to figure out what you guys want. So huge shout outs there. It's really nice. And do remember to use that TCG player link if shopping today. It helps the channel so much, not rely on ad revenue and be a slave to the YouTube system. I appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the conversation, and look at the sales, and in the comment section if there's any other sales going on, do let us know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Market, Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily, really killing it, and I'm really liking Troll and Toad sale actually versus years past too.